Hi everyone. So today we'll see how to build our Jenkins stuff periodically. So what is meaning of periodically? So in our previous video, we have seen poll ACM option, right, to trigger our Jenkins build. So what is poll ACM? So whenever there is a GitHub change happening, so our build will automatically run as per the scheduled time. So if you give every minute, so it will check every minute to your GitHub repository, is there any new commit is happening or not, right? The same way, there is one more option we can go for build periodically. So even though there is a no change in GitHub, we have to run on particular time, right? So on basis like a daily 10 a.m. or daily 12 p.m. or daily 12 a.m. Something like that we can plan for across all the day. So some amount of interval time we can build our Jenkins job, right? And we can get the results through email or results we can publish, right? So today we'll see that one. So I will go to Jenkins. I will open some existing project. Okay, so I will open my existing project. So this is my project. So where we have three build I already ran, right? So I will go to configure tab. Okay, so here in the build trigger, we have to select the build periodically option. So here we have to update the values. A value in the sense like a cron job, right? So we have to put like this 5 star. So each star has some defined value. So that one you can see by clicking this question mark. So here you can see the first star main minute hour DOM. DOM is a day of the month and DOW, right? So the day of the week. So how do you so since we have given like this, so what happen every minute the build will run. Like you can see, do you really mean every minute, right? So when you give like a 5 star, which means it's a ground job, right? So it will run every minute. It will build your Jenkins up every minute, right? So in real time, what we do, we will set up some particular time, like a 10 a.m. or 12 p.m., right? So how do we set that one? So to set that, I mean, to get familiar of this ground job, right? So you can see some examples here, right? So X 15, right? So 15 is first one is minutes, right? So when you keep like this, it will see every 15 minutes it will run. So for example, if you see last run, this is 5:15 28 a.m., which means the next job will be like a 6:15 28 a.m. Right? So they are recommending to put H here. Okay. So H slash. So now we can see our last for example 5:55 a.m. is our last run. Okay, our next run will happen on 6 a.m. Right? So which means 15. So we have set the bill to execute every 15 minutes, right? So in real time, what we'll do, so we have to run on the bill on some particular time, right? So you can go to this website and you can do some practice. Okay, so for example, this is every 5 minutes it will run, right? So similarly, if you want to run like I want to run on every 10 a.m., right? So you can keep like this. So it will run on particular time, right? So if you do like this, it will run on your bill at daily 10 a.m., right? So similarly, you can set remaining things like if you want to run all the day, I mean, all the day of the month, you can give like this. Okay, so what is mean? At every 10 a.m. between the 1 to 31, all the day it will run. So similarly, we can go and plan the month also. So we can give like a 1-12, which means all the month, January to December. So week also we can give like a 0 to 6, which means like a Sunday to Saturday. So in real time, we will run only through Friday to Monday, sorry, Monday to Friday, right? So something like this we can give like this. So now we'll see, I will give like every 1 minute or every 2 minutes I will give. Okay. So you can see our last run would be like a 5:58 a.m. Then our next run will be happen on 6 a.m. Okay, so we have set up for 2 minutes. Every 2 minutes, the bill will run. I will apply and save. So at 6 a.m., our bill will start. So now 5:59 a.m. We'll wait for a minute and we'll see the build is happening or not. So now we can see, okay, 1 second. So now we can see the build is started on the 6 a.m. So that's what we seen in the our cron job, our build trigger option, right? So the build is executing now. So we can go to console and we can watch the things. See, this is started by the timer, right? So when you go back to the previous run, right? So previous build, if you see the previous one, so this one would have like a manually triggered, right? By the user, like a admin or some other username if you have. You can see this is started by the admin, right? So when we see this new one, that is triggered by the system. So this is coming as a triggered by system, right? So which means it is doing by the system automatically using the build periodically option. By the timer, right? So here you can see our test started, right? We were getting the results as well. So our build is success now, right? So everything is finished. Like you can see the output here, right? So now we'll go ahead and we'll change the time. Okay, so we have set for like a 2 minutes interval time, right? So we'll schedule some particular time. So my time is 6:03 now. I will go and schedule for a 6:05. Okay. I will go to configure button. Configure page. See, every 1 minute it's running, right? Right after finishing the build. So our last build was 6 a.m. and completing the 6 a.m. It was taken like 2 minutes to complete the build. After immediately one more build is started, right? So every minute it will start. Every 2 minutes it will start the execution. Running in the every 2 minutes. What I will do, I will give like a 6 and a 6. So which means it will run on the 6 6 6 a.m. Okay, so my time local time is 6:04. 6 minutes 0 minute 4:04. So I just plan to run on by 6:06 a.m. Okay, so I will simply save and I will click on apply. So as soon as this build is getting finished, okay, so we can see, uh, one more build is getting triggered on 6 a.m. Okay. So this is a website where you can learn, like, so if you want to run on particular time, right? So I will give like a 15. And so what is the hour we have to run on? Like a 1 a.m. Right? So when you give like this, so what is mean? The 15 is a minute and 1 is hour. So the build will run at 1:15 a.m. on daily basis. Okay. So here you can do some practice on how to set up the ground job expression, and you can use it in Jenkins. Now you can see. So we have planned for 6:04, right? So this is yet to complete. Once this is done, then our next build will start. Okay, so now you can see this is 6:04 is done. So the 6:06 is triggered now. We'll wait for some time, the build will trigger. Now you can see, I just refresh the screen. Okay, yeah. So now you can see it is triggered on the 6:06 a.m. Right. So this one also triggered by the timer. So when you go to console, you can see started by the timer. Right. So if we go to configure again, if you see the next build runtime, right? So it will run on the next day of 6:06 a.m. So this is where we have set, right? So 6 minutes and 6 a.m. Right? So now you can see my last run was December 12, 6:06 a.m. Right? So my next run would be like December 13, 6:06 a.m. So which means on day 6:06 a.m. the build will start. The build will execute. Okay, so that is what the design is. So now we'll go back to the console. Let's see what the build is executed or not. Yeah, you can see this is success. So it will not trigger further since we have scheduled for each, every day at 6 a.m. Right? 6 a.m. and 6 minutes. So this is how we can build the trigger by using the build periodic. So you can go on this job, I mean this website, and you can practice something, right? So if you give 5 star, it means every minute it will run. So for example, if you want to run on only some weekdays, right? So I want to run on only Thursday. So every minute Thursday will run, right? So instead of doing like this, you can give some hours, right? So every minute between 4 a.m. to 5 a.m. it will run. Okay, so you can give some minutes here, like at 10. So at 4:10 a.m. only on Thursday, right? So something like this we can configure and we can give it to the Jenkins. Okay, so this is how we build the Jenkins job periodically using the build periodically option. Okay, so here are some example. I will give it. I mean, I will give everything into the description. So if you guys have any doubt or any clarification, please feel free to update in the comment section. Okay, so in our next video, we will see how to trigger this from the CLI mode. How to trigger our Jenkins build from this command line, okay, without using the Jenkins UI. Okay, thank you guys.